wonderful to have you here tonight, and as a minister here at the Chapel by the Sea, I welcome you. This night is really so important. I don't know how many people know that in the last couple of days here in the Bondi area, there were a Jewish family leaving Shabbat celebrations, and they were bashed in the street. And that was an anti-Semitic bashing. The language was said to them, and they ended up in hospital. So we've still got a long way to go. But, hopefully we can grow and get there. I wanted to just commence with some words which in the Christian tradition some of them find, of course, their background in the Jewish tradition. And I was just going to read a few of these. I need a light. I did it on 8.3. I thought I better read that. My salutations to our Muslim brothers and sisters who have great memory, who can memorize the scriptures. The first is from the book of Amos, from the Jewish scriptures. I despise your religious festivals. Your assemblies are a stench to me. Even though you bring me burnt offerings and grain offerings, I will not accept them. Though you bring choice fellowship offerings, I'll have no regard for them. Away with the noise of your songs. I'll not listen to the music of your harps. But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream. Again from the Jewish scriptures from the book of Micah. What shall I bring to the Lord, the God of heaven, when I come to worship God? Shall I bring the best calves to burn as offerings to God? Will the Lord be pleased if I bring him thousands of sheep or endless streams of olive oil? No, the Lord has told us what is good. What the Lord requires of us is this, to do what is just, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God. Then from the Christian scriptures or the New Testament, a teacher of the law was there who had heard the discussion, who came to Jesus with a question, which commandment is the most important of all? Jesus replied, the most important one is this, listen, Israel, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second most important commandment is this, love your neighbor as you love yourself. There is no other commandment more important than these two. Again, Jesus from the Gospel of John. And now I give you a new commandment. Love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. If you have love for one another, then everyone will know that you are my disciples. The letter to 1 John. Dear friends, let us love one another. For love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us. And lastly, from the book of James. My friends, what good is it for someone to say that they have faith if their actions do not prove it? Can that faith save them? Suppose there are brothers and sisters who need clothes and don't have enough to eat. What good is there in you saying to them, God bless you, keep warm and eat well, if you don't give them the necessities of life? So it is with faith. If it is alone and includes no actions, then it is dead. song you'll have on this sheet is by Sydney Carter, and it's a satire. Satire is always deep, and this is a wonderful song. Sydney Carter's best known for writing the song Lord of the Dance, you may know that one. But this one is a satire, and it parodies that sort of faith that I was talking about or reading from in the book of James. I'll sing the verses because this sort of cantor is needed, and you can join in the chorus. Standing in the rain, knocking on the window on a Christmas day. There he is again, knocking on the window in the same old way. No use knocking on the window, there is nothing we can do, sir. All the beds are booked already, there is nothing left for you, sir. Standing in the rain, knocking on the window on a Christmas day. There he is again, knocking on the window in the same old way. No use knocking on the window, some are lucky, some are not, sir. We are Christian men and women, but we're keeping what we've got, sir. Standing in the rain, knocking on the window on a Christmas day. There he is again, knocking on the window in the same old way. No, we haven't got a manger, no, we haven't got a stable. We are Christian men and women, always willing, never able. Standing in the rain, knocking on the window on a Christmas day. There he is again, knocking on the window in the same old way. Jesus Christ has gone to heaven, one day he'll be coming back, sir. In this house he will be welcome, but we hope he won't be black, sir. Standing in the rain, knocking on the window on a Christmas day. There he is again, knocking on the window in the same old way. Wishing you a Merry Christmas, we will now go back to bed, sir, till you woke us with your knocking. We were sleeping like the dead, sir. Standing in the rain, knocking on the window on a Christmas day. There he is again, knocking on the window in the same old way. And I'll just conclude with a prayer. I'll conclude with a prayer which is a prayer which is central to the Christian tradition, but it's a prayer that could be prayed across many traditions, and you'll be familiar with it. But if you listen to it, you'll realise how down to earth it is. It really is about petitions for us living together and living justly and living ecologically and at peace on this earth. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Save us from the time of trial and deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory